Many of us are victims of what I may call a trapped soul. A trapped soul. What is a trapped soul? A trapped soul is a situation where one finds themselves locked up within a situation where they have no control whatsoever what they should do, how they should go about it, and the consequences of making choices for that freedom or liberty. In many relationships, especially to the married people, good number of people find themselves in what I may call a trapped soul situation. But I want to also talk to you how this begins. I really love the word science. The word science means that there is a reason for a reason. Scientists take a study to determine everything they discover, and then they give us formula on how this thing was created from basically nothing to what it is. That's the objection to science. But we can also borrow that kind of philosophy because it is a genuine philosophy. Through science, we have invented medicine, technologies, and there's a lot of advantage that science has brought in our life, of which we're all utilizing today. But that is the same formula when it comes to an individual human being. Just like you study a virus, the pattern, just like you make studies, case studies of the environment, the human is a detailed object, just like any other object. So before you start a journey with any human being based on the ambition to become a spouse, one ought to understand that information is the key to any freedom. What you know set you free. What you don't know will hold you a captive. We have one mistake as human beings. We are prone to study others, to determine what others are. We Google them. We do background check, which is a very honest activity and probably a very noble one. However, in that platform of seeking to know who other people are, the question comes, how much details do we have about ourselves? To balance the situation, one ought first and foremost discover who they are, what they are made of. Discovering who you are and what you're made of is the only key to understand what you need. By understanding what you need, it makes it clear for you to make choices to bring forth those things which align to your needs. But if you don't know any idea about who you are in the details, I'm not talking about names, I'm not talking about nationality, I'm not talking about political affiliations or religious affiliations. I'm talking about details to who you are. You are a body, you have a soul, you have a spirit. Do you have any idea what your body is, what your soul is, and what is of your spirit? Getting the content of an object is how you can maneuver the object. When you start a relationship or you're starting a journey in a relationship, yet you have no knowledge whatsoever who you are in the details, you're bound for calamities and confusion. Because the mistake that most of you do, you bring friends and you bring people in your life in order to explore who you are. Most of you don't even know who you are, so you're working so hard to please others. And because you don't know who you are, you cannot determine anything in your life. You have no foundation whatsoever. How can you determine anything in life when you have no foundation whatsoever? Everything about a building is foundation. If you want to determine how long a building is going to last, you have to look at the foundation. Basically, most relationships experience chaos because individuals have no idea who they are while they're seeking to know who others are. And let's say, for example, you come to know what other people are, and you don't know who you are. How is that going to work for you? The scripture says two cannot walk together lest they agree or they have something in common. The details of who you are, which is your responsibility, will enable you to understand where you are going and what you need where you are going. Everything must begin with a clear vision. You cannot only think about marriage and not think about the vision. The vision is the wider picture of life. The things you feel to achieve, the dreams, the goals. This is a wider aspect. And that must be fitted within choices made in marriage. Once those details are put in order, the persons you make choices to bring in your life are basically people who are going to empower the vision. And when the vision is empowered, the purpose is derived and there is a cohesion and there is attraction and there is also fulfillment in that journey of marriage. Therefore, trapped souls, people who feel they're trapped in marriage often are people who actually have no idea whatsoever from the beginning who they are and accurately what they're composed of. So while in a relationship, they're seeking to know who they are according to the situations and circumstances which seems to happen. They remain in a confused state. They are not clear of their next step in life. A situation has happened and they have no idea what to do. So they pose a blame game. They tend to look for reasons to why they are going through what they're going through. While in truth of the matter, it is their victimization of self that is posing the calamity they're experiencing. And therefore, I'm going to speak deeper into this message concerning lost souls and how marriage counseling cannot work for these people because these people have no idea whatsoever who they are. So how can they know who I am when they have no idea who they are? That's the beginning of crisis. You will know the truth will set you free.